You don't get what you want, you get who you're being. You don't get what you want, you get who you're being. It's your girl T here, back with the Ttime Tuesday video. I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, I am who I say I am. I am who I say we are. Say I am. We are tea timers, so we're always going to declare ourselves as the best version of ourselves, the perfect version of ourselves. I wanted to discuss that mantra. You don't get what you want, you get who you're being. I remember Neville saying it first, but I'm sure somebody else before him said it. Regardless, what does that really mean? Let's break it down. We don't get what we want, we get who we're being. A lot of y'all, 99, no, that's too generous. Maybe 90% of you that I talk to are coming to me about SPs. Now, you don't get who you want, you get who you're being. You're going throughout your day. I've told you to be the best version of yourself. The version who doesn't chase is chased. The version of you who is everything. The version of you that gets any person they want. The version of you who is loved, prioritized, honored, respected, blah, blah, blah. Pick a person who embodies those characteristics and be that person. I've said that to many people before. So you're going throughout your day, you're pumped up from our call, or you're pumped up from a video you watched, and you get to middle of the day, you're looking at your phone, SP hasn't called me. Oh. No. T told me to be the version of myself. So you go back in, you're like, I'm the version of myself that's chased. You go start doing things. It gets, excuse me, it gets to about 8:39 at night. You look at your phone again. Oh, I was being the version of myself that's chased, but I didn't get chased. What the heck? And then you're like, no, I have to be the version of myself that's chased. So you move on to the next day. I did so good yesterday. I was the version of myself that gets chased. You look at your phone again when you wake up. But it didn't work. They didn't call me. Who are you actually being in that moment? Who are you literally being in that moment? You are being a person that chases. You are logically saying you're the person who doesn't chase, but you are energetically being the person who chases. Because every time you look at your phone or you go online and check the person's stories, that's an energetic form of chasing, because you are still waiting for something to change out here until you feel like the version of you who is all the things that we've went over: love, prioritize, chase, etc. You need to focus on yourself until you start feeling the shift in you, that you are prioritized, you are chased, you are honored and worshiped, whatever you want to say, obsessed over. That is the crux here. That is where most people fall apart. You will logically, I keep saying logistically, that's not right, logically understand that you have to be a different version of yourself. But when it comes to the tactics, or the tactile part of it, the tactile portion of it, where you have to put that into play, you're falling apart because you want visual evidence in your 3D that what you're doing is working to get what it is that you want. Up here creates out here. Up here creates out here. So when you finally become the version of you who prioritizes yourself, that means that nothing comes before your inner world, your mental state, who you are as the center of your world. So if you're pedestalizing other things, like those grades you wanted, that money in your bank account, the vacation you want to take, SP chasing you, if that becomes the center of your universe, you are again becoming a chaser of external validation that won't shift what's going on in your 3D, because you are looking towards the outside to verify what you're doing inside. So instead of chasing outside to make inside feel safe, give all the things that you're looking for to yourself. When you have those cravings in the day for a text from SP, give it to yourself. Oh, they just texted me. Oh my God, how I feel so loved today. Oh my goodness. Look at all the love I'm receiving from everyone. Your SP isn't the only person in the entire world that can give you love. If your teacher shows you love at school, celebrate the love that you're receiving. If your mom or dad tells you something nice about you, celebrate that. If a friend tells you you look pretty today, celebrate that. There's lots of people around you that will give you love, and especially yourself. When you first wake up in the morning, look in the mirror. You look so fine today. You're amazing. I love that you're healthy, whole, and complete on your own. I forgive you for anything you did in the past when you weren't aware. I love you for the person that you are today. I love this version of you. I love that we get everything that we want. Do a little mirror work. Play around. That's another thing. Play. Have fun. Manifestation is supposed to be fun. Somebody just told you that you have the keys to the kingdom. You can create anything you want, and a large majority of you are centering your entire planet around whether or not this person texts you. Out of all the things you can create in the entire world, I get it. The SP is important to you, but there's so many other things that are so great. You can use your mind to get someone to call you. That's fun. I'm going to make this person call me. They haven't called me in a long time. Seeing that call come in is fun. I did that. You can walk into the grocery store. I'm going to get everything 50% off today, and play around with things. Wow, your car just broke down. You know what? I'm going to get repairs for free. I don't know how, but the repairs are just going to be free. You can play in your reality. You put your name in a draw to win something. I'm so happy I won that draw. I'm so happy. I got that gift basket they're giving away. It's in the bag. Everything around you is up for grabs. Everything. And you are reaching in and going, I want a text from my SP. I'm not shaming you for that request. I'm just saying there is more in your universe than just that text from SP. There is so many other areas. There is career success, spiritual success, peace of mind success, self-concept success, power success. Power meaning stepping into your power and playing with that to see what works best for you. Do you like affirming your way to the top? Do you like just declaring something and letting it go? Did it finally click for you that you are the source of everything in your reality, and you just play around like you are in what the heck's that new movie called? The one with Ariana Grande where she's like the good witch and the bad witch. Anyways, I'm having a brain bubble. You're her. You're walking around your wand in your reality and just declaring everything. I wanted, I got it. I wanted, I got it. I wanted, I got it. Y'all, this is imperative to your manifestation. Is who are you being when you are declaring your desires? Are you being a person who takes breadcrumbs, who is begging your reality to show evidence? Or are you being a person who is powerful and stands firm in their conviction that they are the source of their reality? So whatever you say has to happen. And it's not to say that when you start off from Jump Street that you're going to definitely believe that this is a thing. That's why I always say, do mini manifestation lists. Write 10 things a day, a week, a month, it doesn't matter, that don't mean anything to you, and see how quickly they manifest. And as that manifestation power proves itself to you, you start getting bigger. Instead of seeing a free coffee in your reality or a pink bird in the sky, you're gonna expect that $10 shows up in your reality, and then $20, and then $100 shows up from an unknown source. And then instead of pink cars, you're going to receive a pink car. Instead of seeing polka dotted flowers everywhere, SP is going to give you flowers. The list can grow, just like your belief in manifestation can grow. Just like when your belief in manifestation grows, your expectation of what you can do grows. It's the same adage I always use. When you're a baby, how many times do you fall before your mom gives up on you and says you can't walk? Obviously, your mom's going to keep pushing you up again until you walk or crawl to walk to run to now you don't even think about walking. It's the same thing with manifestation. We've done it since we were little. We forgot that we had such power. We're coming into the remembrance of such power, and we are slowly but surely growing that muscle again. And well, not growing the muscle, we do it already, but learning how to harness our power. It reminds me a lot about Miles Morales in that Spider-Man movie. For those of you who don't see it, he is not supposed to be Spider-Man, but he chances into the Spider-Man role. And when he first starts, he doesn't understand how his powers work. He's being mentored by somebody who's not the greatest Spider-Man to mentor him, but he finally realizes that how powerful he is. And there's this one scene where he jumps off a building and all this music's playing. I love a music montage, by the way. And then he finally figures out how to like jump on buildings, etc. That's what we're doing here. We are standing at the top of the building, hearing all this information and learning how we can jump off the walls and what our power can do for us. But if you are watching video after video complaining about your reality, and then expecting things to show up in 52 seconds or manifestation fails, it's not going to be your best friend. It's not going to show you what you want to see. You got to play, test, do what you can, figure out yourself, figure out where your patterns are, figure out what you usually do. I told this one person, they said, how am I supposed to do that? I don't know how to gauge my patterns. I said, well, is what you're doing right now working? They said, no. I said, what if you just walked through the day and did the opposite of everything you always did before? And they said, oh, that's brilliant. I said, it's not brilliant. It's just working backwards. If what you're doing isn't working, just do the opposite of everything you're doing. And they started looking at what the opposite of what they usually would respond would be, and they started seeing success because they did it in the opposite direction. Where they would doubt themselves on certain things, they said it's done. It's all manifestation, folks. And I hate the word manifestation now because it's been so oversaturated in this community. But it is all just remembering your power, waking up to your power again, learning how to use it again, and just figuring out what works best for you and showing and proving it to yourself. This is a self game. It's showing yourself how things work, seeing what works for you, studying up yourself, proving it to yourself, celebrating yourself, believing in yourself. That's what the whole crux is. It's all on self. And so many of you are like, well, how do I get my SP to change? I'm not seeing my SP change. It's not the SP that's going to change. It's going to be you. You're going to have a high self-concept, and when they show up for you, it's going to be to your new high self-concept. Some people might take off and say, this SP doesn't work for me anymore. They don't want to have to keep re-seeing them from a new perspective. They want somebody ready-made that they can just deal with. Or for some people, it's going to be magic, and the SP is going to show up at a higher elevation because you're at a higher elevation, and you walk off into the sunset holding hands, making plans together. It's whatever you want it to be. That's the beauty of it. There's no limits. There's no rules. You do it the way you want to do it. Don't look at Sally Jane Sue beside you. Do it the way you want to do it because that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to do it differently than you're going to do it. It's going to be differently than your neighbor's going to do it. It's going to be differently than the person across the road. And that is the beauty of the manifestation game. We get to choose our own adventure here and celebrate it in the comments with each other, because this worked for me. It might help somebody out. If you pick this up and it works for you, so be it. If you do it a different way and it works for you, so be that. I just wanted to do this video to remind y'all that it is not about what you want. It is about who you're being. So regardless of whatever method you're using or lack thereof, if you are coming from an energy of, I hope, I pray, I wish, it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. It's just going to be a longer route for you than if you come from a place of, I may not believe this right now, but Ttime told me that if I keep declaring this in my reality the way I want it to be, it's going to show up that way. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with declaring things the way that I want them to be, as opposed to the way that I am seeing them right now. And sometime soon, it's going to be, because that's what I said. This is the energy of, I create my own reality. I don't hope and pray for it. I create it because I said so. I love y'all, but not as much as y'all should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.